Hello YouTube, it's Rob from Maxwell's Lawn Treatments and Grass Cutting Services based in the northeast of England. I hope everybody's well and having a really good day. Today's video is all about how can we make our lawns look as nice as they can during this extremely dry weather. It's been one of the driest springs for a long time. We've had very little rain in the northeast of England for about at least 4 weeks, and we're desperate for some. So what I'm doing on my weekly lawns is I'm mulching. Now, for the wise people amongst us, they will recognise that this is not a mulching mower. It's the Honda HRX 476 rear roller, and it's designed to collect, and it doesn't have a mulching blade on it. So people will be shouting at me that it's not going to mulch properly. It's not as good as a mower with a mulching blade on it, I agree, but what I do is I double cut this. Now, people will be saying that that's not cost effective. I think that it balances out, because A, I'm not collecting the grass and I'm not emptying the basket, which takes time, and B, I'm double cutting, so it's keeping the lawn growing, and there'll always be a need for cutting the lawn because it's growing and it's looking healthy. If it turns to brown dust, then we've got nothing to work on, and customers will start to cancel. Now, mulching lawns, it involves leaving the grass clippings on the lawn after mowing them, and they decompose and they return nutrients back into the lawn. And I find if I double cut it and then just give it a leaf blow, you can't see it. And that organic fertilizer, it's free. It's good for the environment. It's not as good as the fertilizer you can put down, the slow release or the liquid feed, but it does help. Now, we're in the second week of May, and look how green this lawn is, and it's never had any water on it for weeks. And I've been doing this on a weekly basis for at least 4 weeks, so it's definitely helping. And it's definitely improving the lawn condition. And I get lots of comments from people walking past, so that's a real positive. They also say that it reduces weeds if you mulch, and I'm not suggesting you go to a later in the video I've got another lawn I'm going to show you, which is a fortnightly cut, but this is a weekly cut. Now, I'm not suggesting every 2 weeks you go and you mulch and you leave big clumps of grass on the lawn to look awful and turn to thatch. No, but when it's a weekly cut, you can afford to do this because you're just taking the top third off the lawn, and it just looks so much nicer. It's a lot less hassle, and it keeps that lawn from going brown, which I said earlier, which nobody wants. Now, a few little tricks and tips to mulching. Keep your blade as sharp as you can. I sharpen this blade every week, and some people say you don't need it to razor sharp. I disagree. I've tried it both ways, and I think if you get your blade as sharp as you can, it just cuts so much more professionally and leaves a better finish. So for me, keeping your blade as sharp as you can. When not to mulch, don't mulch if you've got a weedy lawn, because all you're doing is spreading the weeds. Don't mulch if you've got a thatched lawn, because you'll just add to the thatch. And don't mulch if it's cold temperatures. I wouldn't do that. You've got to wait till the grass is actively growing, and this certainly is. And I think you can see now, as I'm double cutting it, going over it twice, the clippings have disappeared and they're not visible to the naked eye. And then tomorrow morning, after an evening, the dew in the morning will break all the clippings down. It returns back into the soil, improves the soil condition, and keeps the grass nice and green, which is what it's all about. Now, because this is weekly mowing, I can use a stripe mower, but on my fortnightly customers I couldn't do this. So I've got another lawn coming after this, and I'll show you my process for doing it with the Honda HRX 576, the big 21-inch rear roller, which is slightly different to what I do here. So thanks very much, and I'll see you in a minute at the next garden. So here we are on a fortnightly customer. I'll get my teeth put back in, and as you can see, there's a lot more growth on this lawn So what I'm doing here is I'm cutting on a setting of approximately 60 millimeters with the Honda HRX 537, and I'm bagging it, I'm collecting it. And then what I would do is I will go over for a second cut without the bag, and then that just disperses a little bit of clippings back into the lawn, and I'm finding that's helping too. As you can see, this lawn's quite green. There's a few little scars in the lawn, you'll see. That's because 3 weeks ago I put Depitox 500 down, which is a selected herbicide, and there were some really stubborn weeds there, so I spot treated them. The customer's okay with that because the scarring will disappear, and if need be I will put some new seed down and we'll get the lawn looking as good as it can. But for me, mulching when it's really hot is a good alternative to keeping your lawns growing, keeping them nice and green. Yes, it can take a little bit longer, but the last thing we want is customers cancelling because the grass has turned brown, or they're just not happy, and that costs us money. And at the end of the day, we've got two objectives: one, to keep the lawns looking nice, and two, to earn a living during the summer months. And if we can't do that, we're in trouble. So thanks very much for watching. I hope that this has helped someone. Give it a try. If you're not mulching, have a go, and I think you'll find a difference. Yes, you might need to double cut. Yes, you might need to keep your blades as sharp as they can, and there's a little bit more effort, but I think the outcome and the results speak for themselves. And you can see here now I've got the basket off. This is actually a dedicated mulching mower. You can close the flap, so no grass is coming out the back. It's all getting mulched up and dispersed onto the lawn, and you can't see a thing. This is different to the other Honda because this is has a mulching capability and it's got a mulching blade on it. So but I wouldn't want to do it from the off on a fortnight's growth. It would probably leave too much clippings on the lawn. So this one, because it's healthy and it's growing sort of well, I cut it first, and then the second cut's mulching, and I find that helps keep the green grass, keep the green gold growing, keep the grass nice and green, and the customer's happy, which is what it's all about. So what do you do? Are you mulching? Are you scalping, or what are you doing? Let me know in the comments. But thanks for watching. All the best. Take care now, and I'll show you this lawn finished. And remember, when the green gold's growing, keep mowing. Take care. Have a great day.